Hey guys, welcome back to Flicks Recap. I'm Luke, and today we're covering the 2018 drama comedy, The Year of Spectacular Men. This movie is about sisterhood and how two sisters help each other through their quarter-life crises. Before we start, be sure to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to Flicks Recap if you dig the breakdown. And as a quick reminder, this video contains spoilers, so you have been warned. The movie starts with our main lead, Izzy Klein, meeting up with her famous sister, Sabrina, in a park in New York City. Izzy is having a hard time navigating her life as a final-year college student while also dealing with the trauma of the death of their father. Izzy is in theater class when her professor asks her to submit the final project. Since Izzy has no clue what she's even doing for the project, the professor pairs her with Ross Wyatt, and the two of them have to perform a scene from The Midsummer Dream. Later that day, she's out with her boyfriend Aaron for a movie night. She shares her plan to move to LA, but Aaron isn't excited about Izzy's idea since the two of them live together. The two of them have a fight, and Izzy ends up single and homeless. Having no place to go, she crashes at Sabrina's hotel. Later in the night, Izzy goes to Ross's apartment to prepare for their act. She tries diving straight into rehearsing their lines, but Ross is in mood for some relaxation before the actual work, so they end up smoking and then sleeping through the night. The next day, Aaron calls her to come and get her ceramics before he throws them out. Once she gets to Aaron's place, the two of them have a heated argument that leads to them canoodling. Later, while riding the subway home, she gets a call from Ross to meet him at a bar. At the bar, Ross is surrounded by admirers, and she gets enchanted by the way Ross effortlessly recites the lines from the play, making her unable to leave. After a fun night, she leaves the bar with him to his place. Once at Ross's place, both of them end up making out with each other. In the middle of their kissing, she asks him if he was prepared for canoodling, but he makes it clear that the kiss was purely for the sake of rehearsal. She feels embarrassed and quickly leaves his place. Fast forward to a few days, and it's her graduation day. Sabrina has flown back to LA to be with her boyfriend, leaving her to deal with her mom, Deb, and her new girlfriend, Amethyst. The graduation goes fine, and Izzy has lunch with her mom and Amethyst. Although the vegan place does put her mind off, the soul-enlightening conversation Deb and Amethyst keep having drives her insane. Right after lunch, she jumps on the plane and heads straight to LA to Sabrina. She moves to LA where she's welcomed warmly by Sabrina and Sebastian. Sabrina has cooked up a homely meal, and the three of them sit down for lunch as they chat away the evening. A few days pass by, and Izzy still has not left the house, so Sabrina decides to drag Izzy out of the house to some poetry party book launch. At the party, Izzy bumps into Aaron's band's drummer, Logan Holtz. Turns out not only Izzy split up from Aaron, Logan has also parted ways from the band and now goes solo. The two of them hit it off pretty quickly, and Izzy decides to leave the party with Logan. Izzy and Logan get cheeseburgers, and then the two of them chill out at a park. The chilling soon turns into a makeout session that leads to canoodling at his place. Fast forward to a few months, she and Logan are a couple. Things are going pretty good until he breaks the news that he's going on tour for 3 months, and the news hits her like a train. To make matters worse, Izzy's side hustle acting is not showing any success. Meanwhile, Sabrina's acting career is taking off pretty good, which makes Izzy a little more sour. 1 month after another, Izzy remains closeted in her room. It's not until Sabrina makes a deal with her that she would have to leave her room, or else she'd spend the Christmas holidays with Deb and Amethyst alone. So Izzy decides it's time to step into the world one more time and heads to Logan's return party. Okay guys, quick pause to remind you to comment, like the video, and subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. On with the recap. At the party, Izzy bumps into Aaron. While the two of them are catching up, Logan comes to meet her. A little flushed, Logan grabs her and takes her upstairs. He tells her that while on the road, he got back together with his ex-girlfriend. She's devastated because she's waited 3 months for him to return, so she leaves the party right after that. On her way out, she bumps into Aaron again, and this time the two engage in a heated discussion. Both part ways, hoping to never see each other again. The next day, Sabrina, Sebastian, and Izzy leave to spend the holidays with Deb and Amethyst. At Deb's place, the dinner is a weird affair. Sebastian tries conversing with Amethyst while Izzy responds to whatever Deb says. Meanwhile, Sabrina is fuming with anger at Amethyst. Sabrina tries bringing up her dead dad, but her mother changes the topic, which makes Sabrina even more mad and leaves the table. Sebastian follows Sabrina and the table goes silent. The next morning, things are back to normal and all of them go skiing. Well, 3 of them go while Sabrina stays behind with Izzy, who doesn't know how to ski. Sabrina tries teaching Izzy, but she keeps falling down. Right then, a young man named Mikey comes along and offers his help. Sabrina tries to make Mikey go away, but Izzy is insistent that they need help, and so Sabrina skis away, leaving the 2 of them. Mikey helps Izzy down the hill, and as a way of thanking him, Izzy offers to buy him a beer. Mikey recommends a place, and the 2 decide to meet at night. Later in the night, Izzy drags Sabrina and Sebastian to the local bar where she's supposed to meet Mikey. The trio comes to meet Deb and Amethyst there, which makes Sabrina pissed. Deb has to leave because of her class, and Sabrina does not feel like partying anymore, so it's Amethyst, Sebastian, and Izzy. Mikey also joins them. After a round of shots, Izzy and Mikey leave the bar to hang out alone. Both of them have a great time together, and so she decides to spend the night with him. The next day, Izzy joins Sebastian sneaking into the house. The 2 of them catch Deb, who's leaving for her yoga class. Just then, Amethyst comes into the house looking wrecked, and she immediately confesses that she and Sebastian slept together. Things get really messy when Sabrina comes down to hear what happened. And then there's chaos in the house at 7:45 in the morning. Deb makes Amethyst leave, and then Sebastian leaves too. Once the house calms down, Deb and Sabrina are cuddled up, crying their hearts out. Izzy tries to cheer up the ladies, but she's not really successful at it. It only takes so long for ice cream and a heart-to-heart conversation with your girls to heal your broken heart. After the holidays, life goes back to normal. Sabrina starts with her movie shoot. Izzy starts working as Sabrina's assistant. One day while being on the set, Izzy meets Charlie, who turns out to be the director for Sabrina's movie. Later in the night that day, she joins Sabrina at a house party where Charlie's also there. While Sabrina and Izzy are singing to their mom on a video call in the bathroom, Charlie is listening from the outside to all the quirky laughter and bad singing, and he enjoys it. Another month follows and fate plays its magic. While out for some alone time, Izzy meets Charlie, who's out for a late-night walk. The 2 of them start chatting, and the conversation takes a darker turn when Izzy tells Charlie about her dad, who killed himself. Charlie feels special because Izzy has shared this intimate fact with him. He makes a move to kiss her, but he stops midway and leaves. Over the next few months, while Sabrina's movie is getting shot, Izzy and Charlie keep meeting each other and they start to form a bond, which eventually leads to them almost canoodling but never really getting there. Things get weird after their almost love-making incident, and Charlie starts ignoring Izzy. She tries talking to him and he brushes her off, and so she leaves him for good. After a few days and much contemplation, she tries telling Sabrina about the truth of their father's death in a poem that she's written, but Sabrina doesn't get it. Izzy does not wait for Sabrina to respond, and she just leaves. The next day, Sabrina is about to go to some event when she sees Izzy lying outside their house under the newly blossomed cherry blossom tree. Izzy asks Sabrina to join her, and so Sabrina does. Izzy tells Sabrina that they'll yell out their most suppressed feelings so they can let go of them once and for all. It's then that Izzy finally tells Sabrina that their dad killed himself. Sabrina also confesses that she's read Izzy's journal, and she's touched by all the stories she's written in it. Izzy comes to a realization that after a year of spectacular men, she's not hoping for endings anymore. She's happy to meet all the people that have come into her life. The movie comes to an end with Sabrina getting back with Sebastian and Izzy realizing that in the midst of wanting an ending for herself, she got a new beginning. What do you think about this one? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next recap. Until next time.